Calveras Big Trees State Park in California is home to some of the oldest trees in the world. Some of these trees are estimated to be over 1,000 years old, and to give you perspective as to their size, here it can be seen leaning against one of these giants. And yes, they really are that big, easily reaching heights around 300 feet tall. This magnificent grove of trees was discovered in 1852 by Augustus T. Dowd. He was a man of tall tales, and no one believed him until he led an expedition back to the grove of giant sequoias. Within a year, though, a group of men had fallen one of these rare trees. It took 5 of them 3 weeks of cutting to complete the task. Dowd was not impressed with the destruction of the tree. The stump had been planed smooth and turned into a dance floor, while the fallen trunk was carved into a 2-lane bowling alley and bar. America. It was not until 1931 that this grove of trees came under the protection of the state of California. I find it impressive that in the 80 years from their discovery, no logging companies gained access to the land to cut them down. They always managed to be owned by individuals and organizations who had the dedication to preserve them. Thanks to the protections guaranteed to the giant sequoias, people can now forever walk amongst them in awe of their size and brilliance. Tranquil as it is, the quiet forest is full of tremendous power. It gives a person the feeling of being so small. I believe that minuscule feeling comes out of the respect for that power to defend against the elements. Looking up their twisting trunks, you can see the trees spiral as they grow to give themselves flexibility against the wind. Their thick bark is like a hide that forest fires cannot burn through, and their roots can grow out from the tree an acre wide, securing it in its place from water erosion. The only thing that could threaten them was man, who saw them merely as assets instead of marvels. Men who could only think of money as they cut great holes into the tree trunks to be able to drive cars through them as a novelty. Of course, it was also man who became an advocate for their protection, who saw a greater purpose for them besides a dance floor or a bowling alley, of all the ridiculous things to turn one of these ancient trees into. The giant sequoias give us knowledge. They teach us respect and restraint. This is the domain of the big trees, the giants who hold up the sky.